Good morning. I'm just on my way to the hospice. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Good morning. It's snowing. Woohoo! But I've counted up how much time I spend on Messenger and WhatsApp, chatting to people and getting a bad neck, bad eyesight, wasting my evenings. It's approximately 4 hours a day. Now, when I'm chatting to you, I'm really interested in you. I'm engaged in the conversation, but then I might put the phone down or, go and make a cup of tea and then somebody else will talk. Yeah, it's very nice to chat. And I know that I got into the habit of that when I was in hospital, and it actually was a really good thing to do when I was in hospital when I could, because it kept me in touch with the outside world. But this message is really just to say, how much time are we spending messaging and WhatsApping and chatting and constantly on a daily basis? And I'm the biggest guilty person for this. I literally have 10 conversations going on with people at once a lot of the time, because I can over communicate at the drop of a hat. I've just got one of those sort of brains that's constantly busy and it needs to be fed. And then I get overwhelmed, get ill, crash and burn, and everyone's concerned. So they message me even more. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm fine. And people say, I've had a bit of feedback recently that is basically, I said to a friend of mine, why am I single? What am I doing wrong? And he said, you're not vulnerable enough. People need to, if people want to help you, let them help you. And blokes need to be needed. And I'm like, I know that. And, love it when they fix things. But he said, no, they need to be needed from an emotional point of view as well. And because I'm such a hard nut, because of the, I always have been really, but I've been hurt a lot in the past, same as everybody else. I've hardened up. Things have happened. I've hardened up. I've detached emotionally. Cancer happened, hardened up even more. And I just thought, so my coping mechanism is drawing a lot of attention, but pushing away any sort of meaningful connection, as in relationship. So I thought, well, what am I going to do about that? I don't know how to be vulnerable. So I had to go cry about how to be vulnerable because I was so upset, which actually is quite vulnerable when you think about it. And I just thought, I'm being drained, but I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I don't always get that quality connection with people. Either video messaging, on the telephone properly, face to face. Most of my life is on social media. And it's draining the life out of me. And my neck hurts. So I thought maybe you could relate to that. Oh, and the married men, fuck off. I like to be your friend. Nothing else is going to happen, so stop messaging me and trying to persuade me that it is. Fuck off. So, it's not your normal video message, is it? So I'm just saying, let's just cut down on the messaging. I'm going to try not to message people so much. If you want to know how I am, look at Facebook. But that still doesn't really solve the problem. And one guy said to me, well, I don't need to see you because I can see what you're doing. And I'm like, but that's not the point. That's like an online diary. It doesn't mean that you don't need to see me. Is that what we're all about? Am I entertaining an audience or something? Okay, I'm a bit of a showgirl at heart. I like to bring the joy, cheer people up. And going to the hospice, I feel loved, safe, valued. Going to Cotton's farmhouse, where it's Learning Disability Day Centre. It's absolutely magical there. Feel loved, valued. I can be myself. How many places can we actually be ourselves? Let our hair down. Not much left. And play and feel good and come away feeling like we've connected emotionally. I would say a small percentage. So that's why I like to go to the hospice every week. I like to go to Cotton's farmhouse when I can. Because the majority of my time, message, bad neck. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more vulnerable. I suppose this video is me trying to be a little bit more vulnerable. I'm never going to be an emotional wreck. That's just not going to happen. I'm not like that. But I can get worn down sometimes, and then I shut the doors and retreat. And then the more I retreat, the more people message. And then the more people message, the more I retreat. So I think we all need to look at this, don't we? It's a bit of a problem. Anyway, I'm off to the hospice. Mustn't keep them waiting. Got strawberries. No raspberries today. I'm going to get so told off. one of the old gents, he prefers raspberries. But yeah, let's stop messaging so much. I'm really going to try. If I message you, say, Kay, what's this stopping you doing? You know? And I'll say the same. If people just message me, say, how are you? It's very nice to chat. Let's arrange to meet up once in a while. But don't use that as a time filler, because what else could you be doing? What's it stopping you doing? I think it's worth a look. Anyway, have a lovely day.